Nick Nielsen, the voice of the Clippers, is watching, and he makes a good point here. He wants to talk about penalties in the National Hockey League and in hockey in general. He said 2 headbutting calls already in the NHL. Penalties in the SJ are up this year. What's going on in hockey this year, Roddy? Feels like penalties are up everywhere. Oh, I think they are. In my old age, my memory's starting to fail me, but there was a game, was it Detroit last week? Can't remember the names, where the guy got clocked in the corner. You people, tell me who it was. The wing player turned, was it Dylan Larkin? Turning, popped the guy as a retaliatory thing, and he ended up getting suspended, did he not? And the initial shot that he took wasn't that bad. I thought him turning and suckering the guy wasn't that bad. But see, 25 years ago, we called that Tuesday.
Right.
There was no penalties whatsoever. So I guess to put a bow on your question, Nick, that's the way hockey is now. They don't want any rough stuff. They damn sure don't want any fighting. So when you say are penalties up, it's not a coincidence. They're trying to clamp down on everything. And I never really ever got to the bottom of that, by the way. In my 17 years in the Western Hockey League, I saw the transcension, is that a word, from what it was to what it is? And the word that I always got, without having actually sat in the meetings in Calgary with the league suits, was they were afraid of the fighting. We're talking about minors in a lot of cases here, not professional athletes and men. We're talking about junior hockey.
Right.
And it was pretty easy to see why you'd get kicked out of the game, or at the very least a 10-minute misconduct if you took your helmet off to fight. My God. Yes, as I get a little older, I realize you could slip on the ice, knock your head on the ice, and die. Vis-a-vis opening yourself up to a lawsuit. You could also slip on the ice coming out of your front porch every morning, too, and land on your head and die. But they don't look at it that way. It was a liability issue, and I'm just talking about junior hockey. But it seems like those in the National Hockey League, they don't want it either, clearly. We all know that nobody leaves their seat when the fights are on, and we know that. We knew something was going to happen Saturday night in the Battle of Alberta. I thought about it all day, but there were no fighting majors. So I guess if you're asking what's up with penalties, yes, they're up because they continue to try to clamp down on rough and tumble physical play. It's encouraged in the NLL. It's encouraged in pro football. It's not encouraged at any level of hockey. So thank you, Nick, for the question. That's my monologue on it.
Society has gone that way, too, though, a little bit overprotective. Not that it's bad. The intention is to not get anybody hurt or kill anybody. But from a whole society perspective, we've gone overprotective, too. How many kids do you see sliding on the railings anymore or tiptoeing on the high wire, right? I mean, it's always, no, get down from there, right. Please don't get hurt, right? We used to, at least when I was a kid, you try and climb on everything, and you fall and you get back up, and that's how you learn balance and learn to, walk the wire, so to speak, right? But we're in a bit of an overprotective society, all for good intentions, but this is what it leads to.
Yeah, well, and I appreciate the viewers rallying to our cause, and that's why we do what we do here, this coffee session. I see Brian in Florida says he punched Matthew Joseph. Ryan McCarthy in Saratoga, New York, says Dylan Larkin popped Matthew Joseph in retaliation after getting boarded. The American viewers, do you notice? Had to rally.
Yes.
You're starting to see why our viewership is what it is. They come here for the hockey. So I knew that it was Dylan Larkin. I couldn't remember who the kid's name is that he popped. But you remember the incident. Yeah. So he got boarded. Big deal. I actually, over the past couple of years, had to really sort of bite my tongue, think about this for a second and say, do I really want to watch this hockey? And I decided that I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could turn it off and watch something else. God knows there's enough entertainment options out there, but what am I going to do? Watch the NBA? No.
It's not like your option is to watch this hockey or go back and watch old school hockey because they're not going back to that.
Right.
So you either got this hockey or you've got no hockey.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of the Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.